In my last video about Beyond Meat, I mentioned 5 catalysts that led to Q3 earning news. If you haven't watched that video, please check the link at the right corner above. Akshamus is a very active subscriber on my channel. He left a comment asking whether VGFC would suffer from the same headwinds. By the way, thank you Akshamus. VGFC just announced that the earning result will be released on 23rd of November. In this video, I am going to share my estimates of Q3 earning. Please be noted that I am a current shareholder of VGFC. This video will contain analysis based on my best knowledge of the company. Please do your own diligence and you're welcome to leave comments whether agree or disagree with me. Now let's get started. Mr.Alpaca Business Updates. I have read through earning report of the past 6 quarters and come up with this chart. In the right column, we have quarterly revenue and revenue breakdowns into e-commerce, wholesales and butcher shop, restaurant, etc. And also production sold in a quarter. Move downward, we have active subscriber, order number and average value per order for the quarter. Further down, we have store counts, distribution points and average revenue per distribution points for wholesales in a quarter. The upper horizontal row marks the quarter of the earning. The data in blue is actual past result. We know that the selling price is $14 per pound for e-commerce and $7 per pound for wholesales, and let's say it's also $14 per pound for butcher shop, restaurant, etc. We will be able to calculate production sold for the quarter. Say for Q4 2020, the calculation would be as shown. We could also calculate average value per order by dividing e-commerce revenue by order number, and average revenue per point by dividing wholesales revenue with distribution points. Hang on, we are almost there. So this helps us estimate Q3 e-commerce average value at $93 per order and the average wholesales revenue at $230 per point. I will give further explanation later. Please bear with me for now. Based on latest investor presentation, the active e-commerce subscriber number is 2,100 and store count is around 710 for Q3. Just a quick reminder here, the data marked in blue is actual number, in yellow is a calculated result and green is estimates. From here we will split into 2 scenarios, bearish and bullish. The bearish scenario is calculated with e-commerce order number. We had a total of 47,206 orders for Q1 and Q2, and the total number fulfilled till the end of August were 57,440. This means only 10,234 orders were fulfilled for July and August. We estimate the total e-commerce order was only 17,000 for Q3. Based on $93 per order, we estimate e-commerce revenue at $1.58 million, and the wholesales revenue is estimated by multiplying distribution points by average revenue per points, so that is $734,160. We estimate $145,000 for butcher shop, restaurant, etc. The increase was mainly due to extra sales from Fresh Prep corporate branch collaboration that started to show some meaningful number as of Q3. Now we have all the numbers to calculate the revenue and production sold for the quarter. Based on this scenario, the e-commerce revenue would drop by 28%, wholesales and butcher shop, restaurant increased by 61% and 22% respectively. Total revenue would drop by 12%. The arguments of short sellers are that people stopped stockpiling food after reopening and overall demand shrank, just like Beyond Meat. 2 obvious flaws of this assumption are: 1. Growth phase. Beyond Meat and VGFC are in different phases of growth, and VGFC is far from reaching a demand plateau due to previous production limitation. 2. Production capacity. Rupert started production in May and began to produce some meaningful numbers in July. From August to September, the production has reached 13,000 pounds per day. If demand has shrank, this man would be playing with fire.
Line 1 at Rupert is humming along and is currently operating 5 days a week with 3 shifts per day. This line is producing 7 SKUs of the popular The Very Good Butchers lineup, as well as 5 SKUs of our new Butcher Select lineup. We are now producing an average of 13,000 pounds per day, but we're not stopping there.
Alright. Increased production 3 shifts a day. There can't be a demand problem, right? Let's rework the calculation. The bullish projection is calculated with production capacity. I promise, this time the calculation is much easier. Let's extract total revenue and production sold to make another chart. In 2020 annual report, the company mentioned that their capacity has reached 20,000 pounds per week. So by Q1, their full capacity was 240,000 pounds. We could calculate the percentage sold by dividing production sold by capacity. That would be 89%. What does this number say? It means only 11% was in transit or warehouse. Mitchell was not lying about production squeeze back then. In Q2, Rupert only started test production in May and June. I suppose Victoria and Fairview were still operating in full capacity. Percentage sold should be somewhat similar. So let's calculate Q2 capacity by dividing production sold by 89%. That is 260,000 pounds. Now let's estimate Q3 Rupert capacity. Mitchell mentioned Rupert started with meaningful capacity in July and start from August. It is humming at 13,000 pounds per day. Let's say 3,000 pounds per day for July, 10,000 pounds for August, and 13,000 pounds per day for September. With working days of the months, we could calculate the capacity for each month and the total capacity for Q3 at Rupert. That's 543,000 pounds. While Rupert is busy ramping up, I expect the production at Victoria and Fairview drop to 40% of its capacity. That's 96,000 pounds. Here is why. Previously, Victoria and Fairview were maximizing their capacity. The obvious disadvantages with these two facilities were intensive labor and frequent skill switch. Producing multiple skills on single line and frequently switch production would significantly reduce productivity and efficiency. As Rupert started ramping up, the company would certainly move the best sellers to Rupert to make the best of automated lines over there. Now let's come back to the chart. The total capacity would be 639,000 pounds for Q3. As we had a sudden spike of wholesale distribution points in Q3, the company would be committed to reserve more inventory. There would be more finished products in transit and in warehouse. Let's lowball the percentage sold to only 50%. Then we will have production sold for a quarter. Previously, the overall average selling price was around $12.50 per pound. Now, as wholesale's percentage goes up, let's again lowball the average selling price to only $10 per pound. The estimated Q3 revenue would be $3.2 million. Revenue growth will therefore be 15% quarter-on-quarter and 133% year-over-year. Now let's draw a whole picture of the story. Back in Q1 2020, there were only 400 distribution points. The number has grown by almost 5 times by the beginning of Q3 2021. At the same time, each distribution points were introducing more SKUs. We were in the middle of barbecue season. Boom! Wholesales exploded. But inventory was running low. The company had no choice but to deliver its commitment. As a result, its e-commerce delivery was delayed in July and August. But all this is just my widest guess. Until the earning day, nobody is sure about its result. I have told the story. Now it's your turn to leave your comments, whether you are bearish or bullish about Q3 earning. Till next time, bye for now.